is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. I would like to request Pranavesh sir to add his input on this quote.
Yeah, money. So actually, when I always say money is a funny monkey. If you chase it, it will keep eluding you. That is how it is. So wealth is something that you need to always create and save it off.
Battle of Great Mind is brainchild initiative by L&D Global Mumbai and Connect Talks. It is the second season which has a thought process of mentoring the youth, millennials and bring out the best talent in the society. We have an amazing panel of mentors with us today. Priya Mishra ma'am, Avni Bhatnagar ma'am, Sonu Bajaj sir, Pradeep Pardesi sir and Kamal Jeswani sir. Now, let us meet a great manager, mentor, teacher and guide.
Person inspiring us every day, every minute. Our captain, Mr. Pranavesh Shenoy, the chapter director of L&D Global Mumbai. Now, let us hear from Kamal sir what he has to say about this presentation.
I really loved the confidence. I really loved the style of presenting, the flow, the way it went, as if like, there was a drama being played over here. So that, that smooth transition also was really very, very nice. Coming to the improvement area, I believe if you look at the PPT, there was a lot of text on each slide. So it was like looking like, something there to impress, but I couldn't read any of those things because there was so much of it. So maybe this could be a feedback where, if you can start using PPT in a much better way, where you use images, if you're using the images, so images should be for highlighting. And if you're putting any text towards it, the text should be very, very less. Okay, so it could be a few words. It shouldn't be a paragraph and all that. Because people would not be able to read anything of that. It would look like, okay, fine, something is there. So images and less of text, and whatever you showed on the PPT, maybe you can have it as your notes, so that when you are presenting, people do not try to focus on reading what is written on the slide. They focus on listening to you, because the PPT is more as of a pointers and like, just to give you a direction, so that the topic is there and then you are explaining. So that is the feedback. That could be an improvement area. Otherwise, I really loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Moving on, I request all the participants to be attentive as we move towards the Q&A session.
Sonu sir, beginning with you, I would like to ask you, what would you like to ask and give feedback about this presentation?
Thank you, Salita. I think they have done a wonderful job. This is what I was expecting in a presentation towards more about financial inclusion, right? What are the parameters and what are our society currently is the condition of financial condition in India after COVID, right? So I think they have done a wonderful job. They have been confident in delivering the presentation. Somewhere, as Kamal rightly said, there would have been little more work done on the presentation part, or on the creative part of the presentation. Rest, I think it was wonderful.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Pradeep, sir.
Mentors, I would like to add here something. Mentors, okay? Right now, as early when the expectation setting was going on, I rightly said there, because they wouldn't have right now whatever you are observing as a presentation. These presentations are made very, very earlier when the mentoring session was going. So now we are only giving them the delivery, what presentation they've made. So now, after this presentation, what we will give them a leverage of going ahead and making some maybe changes or maybe some content changes also, plus some beautification also. So maybe they will get a chance to portray their creativity and artwork in the next coming presentations. So we will give that to them. So hang on for it and wait. Let's wait and watch.
So, Pranavish, I have something to say here. I
Yeah,
understand
go ahead.
you made it clear that these presentations have been made earlier.
Ah.
If any mentor thinks that it is, I mean, they should give the feedback, because see, improvement will come, but if they are feeling, and if all of us are feeling that we should express it to the participant when they can hear it from us, there's nothing wrong. I mean, let the feedback freely flow during the session.
I am nothing. I am not denying the feedback. I am not denying. Feedback was absolutely good. Whatever Sonu sir said, Kamal said, it is absolutely good. I am not denying the feedback. But I would like to just give you an appraisal of what exactly happened. So then you are also on the same page and the participants are also. So rather coming it from the participants, I would appraise you priorly. This was the condition. Now next time, I am absolutely good if you give the feedback. And the feedback should be open and they should be ready to accept.
Yeah.
So any arrows can come.
Second thing I'd like to say that when I'm giving the feedback on the PPT and all those things, I'm not marking them down in the scoring pattern just because of PPT. Yeah. Just a feedback that they should look forward for an improvement. That's it.
Correct.
From my
Absolutely.
side.
No worries. Feedback can be given. I would rather recommend the mentors don't hesitate to give the right kind of feedback. I would say, boss, go ahead with all the means. And I would also request a participant to take it all positive because it is for your improvement.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give the feedback. To consider it positive or negative is their choice.
Yeah, correct. Okay, chalo. Sarita, go ahead.
Yes. Pradeep sir, I would like to ask you only if you have something more to add and give your feedback on this presentation.
Yeah. First thing, what I believe is it was a journey from global perspective to Indian and then go back to global. But what I would think is they started with global and comparing developed nation, underdeveloped, and the developing nation, and they included India. And the later part of the presentation, I'm sorry if I've missed that. That could be a mistake on my part. But in the later or towards the end, I was thinking that the presentation should be focused for India only, because we would be more interested in how India is fighting or what are the solutions that you can come up with. If that was the presentation, I would have really enjoyed it. But again, having said that, I don't want to say that I did not enjoy. I did understand the global perspective. That is fantastic. And one thing, Salita, I would like you to convey my previous feedback about the PPT piracy and all. I don't want to mention that. So you can convey them separately. Yeah? Okay.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Now moving on, I would like to ask Priya ma'am her feedback on this presentation.
Hi. So, being very honest, I was just going through, and I'm really sorry for the entire messed up, visuals, because there've been like really bad weather yet again over here, as I showed you guys. So I've come to a place where there is electricity and there is network. So, I don't have any issues. So yeah, coming back to the entire subject, you guys were really amazing. I am someone who doesn't understand finance that well, because I'm a passionate person. Most of the activists are very passionate, and hence, they prefer not to be involved in businesses, which is slowly changing. So how you guys address the inclusion factor. So, let it be farmers, let it be grassroots level. Everyone needs to be included in these kind of things, and activists and similar people kind of become the, catalysts. So it was really easy for me to understand also here. I was a student. I was trying to understand a lot of things. I was literally making notes of certain things, understanding how those things are. And you guys delivered a very nice message. So it was easy for me as a student to understand today. So I'm like really happy with everything. And as everyone has been saying, presentations are getting better day by day. Yet there, I would say, there are certain things, as everyone said, presentations basically means visuals. You know how today, there are so many bigger chunks over here. Looking at my face is a little difficult. The very same way, if there is too much text out there, I'm not going to pay that much attention on my, I'm going to be distracted trying to read, and I was distracted. So rightly pointed that out. I was one of those people who was distracted reading over there instead of listening to what you guys were saying. So try to use images a little more when it's presentation, so the person can concentrate on you guys. But that's about it. Yeah, as a student today, I was able to understand it pretty good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Avni ma'am, do you have something which you would like to say or ask to our participants?
I think overall it was a very good presentation. Sorry, I had lost connection in between. I think, pretty much like the last time, they made it like a talk show. So it is very good. It is a very innovative way of conducting a presentation. It involves the audience also equally. I really liked, certain facts that, you guys were nodding your heads. I could see it in the video windows. You guys were nodding heads at each other when, you were talking to each other and you were explaining things. So that is very good. It became like a talk show and everybody was into the presentation. Not that, okay, my part is done, so I can just relax and I don't have to really say anything. Just that nodding of head, shows that, okay, I'm involved, I'm listening to my partner, my group member. So that's very interesting and very creative. Also, I would sort of agree with Priya here, because too many visuals definitely, may, disorient me, because when I'm looking at the slide, I may be like, okay, what am I looking at, or what do I need to look at? What is the presenter talking about? So, that match, that sync may be lost for me as a target audience who's listening to the or looking at the presentation. That is it. Another thing what I really liked about this presentation is that despite whatever you had put up there, firstly, it was a very good presentation, just like the last time. Despite whatever you had put up on the presentation, you were only focusing on the main points, right? So that is another very good element. You were sort of summarizing it and presenting it, right? And the way you have encapsulated everything about, moving from, you compared 3 countries, that's what you had mentioned, and then you were talking about India a little bit. I think a focus could have been a little more on aspects of India, but that's okay, because the topic is financial inclusions, and there is no limit to the country or countries. So overall, it was a good presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, mentors, for your valuable feedback.
One thing I forgot to mention, can I add now?
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in the beginning, I found that your group is out of sync with the slides. That was improved later on, but initially 3 to 4 slides, you were completely not in sync with the slide coming on the screen. So that's all.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to ask Pranavesh, sir, what are his views about this presentation?
Okay, couple of things. I would say positive first, and then I would rather say areas of improvement. You all destroyed the set today completely. I would rather say use the word destroyed, because I was in the game there. I was not looking at, okay, as a kind of judge of the show. I was not looking as per what do you say? I was actually a student, and I could say, boss, okay, now I'm hearing to comparison of 3 countries. One which is developed, one is underdeveloped, and one is a developing kind. So I learned a lot as a student. Second thing, what I wanted to mention is, Aishwarya, do you strain your voice?
What does that mean? I don't know.
Do you like strain your voice box? If you do, I would rather say drink water and soften your voice.
Okay.
Because while you present, and while you go on continuously presenting for another half an hour, 45 minutes, or an hour or so, you tend to choke up your voice and you tend to lose out your battery. That is your energy. Otherwise, your vocal is like, it doesn't match with others. Okay, don't strain your voice. So generally, these habits So generally, we trainers have this habit of drinking warm water and making our voice sound. Presentation. Hello.
Hello?
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. So don't strain your voice. Number one. Okay. I would also give you. I would also say you, yeah, a bit working on the presentation part would help you. I can say this could be a complete movie, a picture that I was expecting while what you can say curation of this entire project. Because what I thought was these young minds will come here, present. It would like be a movie, which is I'm just seeing, watching, and then people are running off. That's it. Today I got the exact thing what I was thinking in my mind. That was back of my visualization thing. Number one. But the small element is missing. If you could work on that element, I am 110% sure you guys today use the word destroyed. You destroyed the set today. All thanks. Good luck. Now, if you say whatever best practices that you're doing as a skit-based show will not work for more longer. So it is like kind of a monotonous thing for every mentor now. कि अरे हाँ ये तो यही अभी continuation में यही चल. No, use some other methodologies. Come up with something new. Come up with something innovative ideas. I would rather look at your way of innovative ideas now next on. Okay. So अगर अभी आपको लगे कि skit based आपने last time use कर लिया, अभी भी use करोगे, next time use करोगे, it won't work. I would rather say bring in some more innovative things. That's it. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Hereby we come to an end to the second presentation of Journal 2. I hope you all enjoyed it.
That was an amazing session. Thank you everyone for attending it and making it successful. See you guys in the next episode.